Hello guys, welcome back once again. I hope you are doing great. In today's session, we are going to learn about trim. It is a modify menu bar command and it's got the shortcut key as TR. Okay, so here first of all we need to know what is the meaning of trim. Right, so I have been given here meaning. It is used to remove the object which meets the edge of other object. See here, for this case, I was taking this is my line 1 where it's meeting the edge of other object. It is going to trim this part, right, with the help of your trim command. So we'll see how it is going to trim in your AutoCAD. So here one I have taken as a black line. This line we are going to considering as a boundary line, and here I was taking a green line, that is your line part. Okay, this is my actual line. So if I want to trim this part, from this part I want to trim this line. So what I need to do is I need to get one boundary line. Without this boundary line we cannot trim the line, whatever the line. At this point, if I was saying that this is 10 units, so if I want to remove this 4 units, right, so the total length of this line will be 10 units. Out of this 10 units, if I want to remove the 4 units, then what I need to do, I should have this what we call boundary line. Without boundary line I cannot trim this 4 units of line, right. So boundary line plays a major role in case of your trim. So under this trim also we got the different methods are there under trim only. So which are those methods? No need to worry about all these methods and everything. Whenever we are going to use the project, we most of the cases, most of the time, what we need to do, what we are going to do, we are going to use only the few things. Only few things. We are not going to use much more. All the 5 commands we are not using in the same project, right? Whichever you feel feasible or easy to learn or easy to remain in your mind, you can use that one. So here we got the 5 different methods. I will be teaching you all the 5 methods in a detailed one by one. Right, the first one is by picking, the second one is by crossing, the third one is by fence, edge. Under edge we got the 2 different categorized, the extent and no extent, and one more is there arrays. Okay, so we'll learn one by one all those things. I have already drawn some pictures over here, so we'll teach you how to do or how we are going to use your commands. So as you already know that this trim command you can find in 3 ways. One, with the help of your menu bar. Under the menu bar you need to go in the modify. Under the modify you can check out your where is your trim and you can select this one, or with the help of your ribbon palette, it is there here, or with the help of your shortcut key. Most of the time what I will do, I will use shortcut key. Why? Because when you are going with respect to your any big project, if you don't remember the shortcut key, it will consume more time. To reduce your time, what we are going to do, we are going to remember all the shortcut keys, whatever the commands we are using in AutoCAD. So now, as I told you, the trim shortcut key is TR. See here, what I will do, I was typing TR. When I type this TR, it is indicating me a trim, right? Press enter or a space key. Your cursor from crosshair along with your pickup box, it is going to convert into your pickup box. As already in previous sessions or previous class also I have told you, when you are giving a command from crosshair along with your pickup box is going to convert with respect to crosshair, means that is with respect to your draw toolbar. When only you are going to get the pickup box, right now whatever the mouse you are seeing on my screen, if you are getting only in the pickup box, then it is your modified toolbar, right. So please try to have a habit of reading this command line, trim the selected object or select all, right. So first what I need to do, after giving the command I need to select the boundary, right. Once I select the boundary, what I need to do, I need to hit a enter. When I hit a enter, you can check out here, there are many methods are there, right. Whatever I have written on your screen, there are many methods are there. The first method is by picking. It is not indicated here, so I'll be teaching you that one also. So what I will do, now by picking one by one on line, by clicking on the line itself, if I click on this line, it will be trimmed. You can check out. If I want to trim this one, it will be possible, because this line should not, what we are going to do, it should not cross the boundary line. If it is crossing the boundary line, you can trim that one. For example, if you have more than two boundary lines, what we are going to do during that case also I will teach you, no need to worry. So here, if I want to trim this one, I can do this one. So by picking one by one, I have trimmed everything, right? The same way, what I will do, I'll go with respect to your the second case by taking this same example, right? TR, hit enter or a space key, then select the boundary line and again press the enter key. Then what I need to do, this time I was going for crossing. Here it is there crossing in the command line. You can select this one or you can directly type here C, right? So I will pick this one. See, now it is asking me the crossing. Crossing is nothing but click anywhere on the screen and drag. If I want this 3 should be trimmed out, so if at a time I can do that one. With the help of crossing, this I can do, right? The same way, now the third one with the help of fence, that one also I will teach you, where by taking the same example, right? Now TR, if I hit enter, now it is asking me the boundary line. If I hit enter again, now it is asking me the by which method you want to trim this time. So this time what I will do, I will go with the fence. So I will type here F and I will hit enter. Now you are going to get your cursor back to your crosshair line, not along with your this one pickup box, only crosshair line is there. So what I will do, I want whichever the line, if you want to trim, you need to cross that line with the help of this cursor. See here, first one, from here to here, I want to trim the first line. So that's why what I have done, I have taken the first part. I don't want to trim the second one, right? What I will do, I want to trim the third one. Without touching the second line, you need to cross the first and third line, right? Hit enter, this two will be trimmed out. This is about your fencing, right? The next one is there. I'll take the same example. TR, hit enter, select the boundary line, okay, and press enter key. See here, fence is there, crossing over, edge is there, erase is there, and your undo is there. Undo is nothing but one step back. Whatever we are doing, I was after doing the first case, I have done the Control Z, undo, redo, right? So that is the thing. So no need to worry about this one. Now erase is there. Erase is also one method is there. What it is going to do, it is going to completely eliminate that part, right? So for this, here we got the erase shortcut key as R, right? And hit enter. Now it is asking me the select the object to erase. So if I was selecting this object, the whole object will be erased completely. So this is about your erase with the help of your trim command, right? One more is there, edge method. That edge method I will teach you now. You can check out here. So here for that one, I'll be taking here one more example. This example I will delete it out. So I have taken here, check out here, before explaining you the edge method, I was teaching you this one. You can check out here I got the two boundary lines. So during this case, how can I trim, or how many possible ways are there to trim? You need to understand that one. See here, I was typing TR and I was hitting enter. During this case, what I can do, by picking also you can select your boundary line, or by crossing also you can select the boundary line. Okay, if I hit enter once again, what will happen? I can trim this one, I can trim this one, I can trim this one, right? The trim meaning only, it is saying that it is used to remove the object which meets the edge of the other object, right? You can check out here, here one edge I was getting, here one edge I was getting. So if I trim this one, still these two lines, one edge is there. Either I can remove this one or either I can remove this one, right? So until and unless you are going to get only one edge or one point, only one side you are getting the edge, till that you can trim your line. Check out here. First one I will trim this one. I'll trim this one. See here, I was getting only one edge with respect to your only one your boundary line. So this can't be trimmed. If you sit whole day, if you are trimming this one, it is not possible to trim that one, right? The same way, if I trim this one, now you cannot trim this one or you cannot trim this one. Check out here why I was telling. So it is only stick to your one boundary line, it is also stick to one boundary line. Now it is not possible to trim because it got only one edge with respect to your boundary line, right? The same way, you can trim this one or you can trim this one. This one also you cannot trim. Why you cannot trim? For this boundary line it is the only one edge point. For this boundary line it is only one edge point. So this is how you are going to trim if you have more than one boundary line, right? The same way, I have taken few examples also here. check out here Check out here. For example, during this case I was not considering this two as my boundary line. I was considering only this as my boundary line. For the third case also, for all the three cases, all the three lines, I was considering this as my boundary line. Check out here, TR. If I hit enter, now it is asking me the boundary line. If I select this one, I can trim this one, I can trim this one. It is not possible to trim because it is not crossing or it is not forming one edge to the other line, right? So it is not forming and it is not passing through this your boundary line. For that reason you are not going to eliminate. You can check out here, if you are sitting whole day and if you are trying this one, it is not possible or it is not going to work, right? So you need to keep in mind that which boundary line if you are selecting and which one you want to delete it out or trim it out. Okay, so here one more thing I want to explain you people. So for example, if these two lines, only these two lines can be taken as your boundary line. No, you can take the whole drawing as your boundary line. Now I am considering the whole drawing as my boundary line. If I hit enter, now I can trim this one, I can trim this, I can trim this, I can trim this, I can trim this whole thing, I can trim this one. If you want, I can trim this one also. If you want, you cannot trim this four, right? This is if you are considering this two as boundary line. So here only one edge is there. If you are considering this two as your boundary line, here only one edge is there. Because of that reason it is not going to be trimmed out, right? No need to think that for those the person who are very beginner to AutoCAD, for those people I was telling. So not only think that only vertical line should be considered as boundary. No, you can consider as per horizontal line also. See here, during this time, all the time what I was doing, I was trimming this what I'll call horizontal lines. Now what I will do, I will trim the vertical lines, TR, and I will consider this horizontal line as my reference line or your boundary line. If you hit enter, you can, by crossing all the three lines at a time, you can trim it out, right? So one more is there. This is for edge method I have kept over here. So it is most it is important for you people, right? For example, these three lines I will be crossing. Okay, this two line I will cross and this will not cross, this will not cross. Okay, now okay, okay. I will take one more line over here. Okay, check out here. No need this one. So you can check out here, TR. If I hit enter, this, if I was considering this as my boundary line, so easily I can trim it out this one. When if I was considering this as my boundary line, whether it is going to trim it out this one or not, that is the most important thing. See here, TR, I will hit enter. I'll select this as boundary line. If I hit enter, you need to check out here, I got here one edge method. So under edge method, if no extension was selected, then these three will not be deleted. So how I was saying this one means, for example, I'll take one example over here to make you understand. See, I was taking the three lines, one line like this, sorry, one line like this, right? The other three lines were like this, 1, 2, and 3. This is my first line, this is my second line, this is my third line, right? And one more line I have taken over here. So what is going to happen? If no extend means this line will not be extending by crossing these lines, right? It is going to consider, AutoCAD, it is going to consider that if you are considering with respect to extend command, what it will think, this line is passing through all these three lines. So because of that reason, we can trim this all, whatever the upper part or lower part. If you are considering with no extend, then it will not trim this part. That is the only reason I was teaching you people. So now if I was taking no extend, you can check out here, it is not going to trim. You can drag, you can select everything, it is not going to trim. The same way, if I was going to consider as TR, and if I was selecting this one, and if I hit enter, during this case edge I will take, and this time what I will do, I will consider as an extend. You can check till this line. This line is considering as an imaginary line is passing through all this line. So because of that reason only we are going to trim it out, right? Have you understood what about the trim command? So if you want, once again I'll teach once again by taking, I'll draw some few lines. This is my one line, not only in that part, so here I'll draw one line, draw two lines, right? So I was taking only two lines. TR, if I hit enter, if I was considering this as my boundary line, so I will consider this one and I will hit enter and I will type E for the edge method and I will hit enter. Again I was considering as extend. See here, if I want to click this one until this line, whatever the line is there, till this line it is going to trim down, right? So this is about your extend command, sorry, edge method under your trim method. Okay, if you got any doubts with respect to your trim, so please comment in the comment section, definitely I will help you out, or I will make one brief video regarding this one. Thank you guys.